Yo, yeah, I couldn't read the comments last time whenever we was on thing though, but everybody heard us fine. Ty said what's up. Zany said what's up, but hopefully this time right here, I can read the comments. But
Okay.
like I said, the first time I spoke, cause I just went back and checked it out, and I had to delete our first conversation because we couldn't hear it though. But if you
Okay.
don't mind, give young dudes a heads up when it comes to dealing with the feds, cause they ain't hear none of that the first time.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. When it's time or whenever you, is it best to plea or is it best to take it to the, jury?
Well, it's best to know. It's best to. How can I say the best thing to do?
Because the feds gonna have evidence if they come get you
It's
anyway,
best.
right?
It's best to get all your evidence and then make a decision. You want to plea or go to trial. You gotta have a good lawyer because lawyers be selling you out all day in the federal. So because they say it's like you always hear it's hard to beat the feds, but you can beat the feds if you do your homework. Because 99% of the feds, you know what I'm saying, case is smoke. It's all smoke. They force people, you know what I'm saying, take pleas and threaten them. Like if you don't do this, or they go get other people. If you don't testify this, we're going to give you all such and such amount of years. We're going to take your house, your kids. But it's all smoke because all they go by is hearsay, which is not no evidence. You know, that's why I'm sitting in prison off of hearsay. Of the past activities when some people just was talking about he used to sell this, he sold this, he sold me this, he sold me that. The unindicted co-conspirators. Unindicted co-conspirator is like what the police or detective use. Like say if I get caught and say such in Fayetteville and I go downtown and the cop asks me where you get this from, do you want to set somebody up with a wire? And people normally say, nah, I can't because I'm scared of my life or blah, blah, blah. So they would make a sworn statement that I got something from this guy. And so moving forward, say somebody got arrested in 1992 and said my name, and I get arrested in 2000, the cop would take that out the file and say and make me responsible for that person in 1992 conduct and drugs that I don't got nothing to do with. So anybody could lie to the feds to put anything on anybody if they really want to. That's how they play. They play dirty.
Hmm. Hmm. Boy, that's crazy.
When you get trapped with them, man, anybody could say anything. People trying to get out of prison all day, and they hear somebody get arrested, they would make up, yeah, I brought something from him too. It's the prosecutor would just they would eat you up. That's why the feds is different from the state. You know, the pre-sentence report could put anything in that pre-sentence report, and if you don't cooperate or you don't do nothing, if you don't cooperate, you gonna get if you don't cooperate, you gonna get no time. But if you trying to you don't cooperate, you gonna get time like I got. But if you cooperate, you're gonna get no time. People going home. That's the way this world moving now. People cooperate and they going home. See at the time, you know what I'm saying? I still strong. I got I went in front of these people, man. They gave me a lot of time from hearsay conduct that have nothing to do with my arrest. You know,
So
and
basically, the person who made the comments, they don't have to be a stand up citizen. They can be a criminal, whatever. But they word
yeah,
means okay.
exactly. You got it. Yeah,
That's
you know,
crazy. And the people closest to you didn't make statements. So how somebody that's far away or dealt with you every now and then gonna make a statement?
yeah. It's crazy, man. The people that put the conduct on me, man. To this day, it's just they probably were scared. They didn't want to, but it is what it is. You roll with the punches. You
Well,
move on. You forget, huh?
Spunk, you got that natural swagger. They ain't try to get you to work because you know what I'm saying. You can go to any town, any state, and somebody that's what I'm saying, balling whatever, they're gonna be attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got that swagger. They ain't try to get you, or you just say let's go to
Nah, the
trial.
feds when they Man, when they got me, they just felt like they got, you know what I'm saying, like a pick meat or somebody. It wasn't even anything. There was no working, no nothing. It's like we just got with who we been wanting, you know.
I feel you.
It's just, boy, it went down just like that. It was like I didn't know what was going on, boy. It's just like, boy.
Hey, let me tell you, as far as the street Spunk, the streets, from what I heard is they couldn't. I ain't gonna say they couldn't get you or whatever though, but I heard they had to throw some stuff in the back seat.
Right.
And you hopped out, and ran because you knew what time it was on, so you knew it was set up.
Exactly. That's called a reverse thing. That's the reverse thing I was entrapped in. That's how it went down.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, we got some prayer warriors that's gonna be praying for you as far as your health wise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of prayer warriors. I got some aunts and everything. We got some prayer warriors, and my wife know this guy. He's like an activist, and he's in Raleigh now doing something now. And she just told me just now. She asked me, "How long did you get for your time?" And I told her, and she went and texted him just now. So we're gonna do our part, and whoever listening.
Yeah, I got a guideline like sentence. A guideline like sentence where they took that stuff in that back seat, like you just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from that stuff in the back seat, 5 kilograms or more, whatever was in the bag, I don't know, because I never got a discovery to see. It was fake. It was fake coke anyway. But they moved that fake coke out the side and charged me from 1992 to 2011 with uncharged conduct.
This call is from a federal prison.
For 36 kilos of crack cocaine, keys, 22 kilos of powder, heroin, meth, and everything that you gonna like. How did I get charged? How am I doing time from hearsay conduct? And I just got arrested, like you said, in the backseat of some fake powder cocaine. It don't make no sense. And I'm still to this day trying to figure it out. Because it can't make no sense. I can't be arrested for some powder cocaine, some fake powder cocaine that the DA, the agents, the police officers was conducting the thing, and then switch it around and then put me in a self-made conspiracy and say I'm responsible from 1992. But I got arrested in 2011. So how are we going back to 1992 when I didn't have no co-defendants? Well, it's crazy. It don't make no sense, man.
It kind of sounds like
my case don't make no sense, huh?
I said it kind of sound like the feds, the DA, and the judge was all kind of like incoherent. You know, so they turned the eye to real justice and like, hold up, man. And they all try to railroad you together. I don't know
exactly
how the money was moving. Yeah,
I couldn't get a life sentence. I've never been in trouble before. It was being in the backseat 5 kilograms or more. It's not no life sentence. But if you add the uncharged conduct and you add the the hearsay crack cocaine, and then you put me up on the guideline system that's talking about 18-to-1 ratio, you do the math. And that's like you do the math. It's easy to get somebody to the guidelines. The guidelines they got this thing called the census report. They go from 0 to 43. If you go to over 43, it's a life sentence. I went over 43 with all this ghost dope. They call it ghost dope. So I'm doing time for ghost dope. But it is what it is.
That's crazy. I mean, it is what it is, but it ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
It's people that's killing people and getting out a whole lot faster. You know what I'm saying? But we know how the system is, but it sounded to me like a little bit of jealousy, Spunk. It sounded like your name or your face was on the top of a board for years, and cops done retired and everything. But somebody, you know what I'm saying, some super cop gonna be like, nah, you know how that go.
Right. That's what it was, because anybody looking at my case, they definitely gonna see how you get arrested in a reverse thing and get a life sentence, a guideline life sentence. He didn't even go in front of the jury. It don't make no sense. If I wouldn't have signed no plea, if y'all was gonna give me a guideline like sentence, because if I went to trial, none of that ghost dope wouldn't have came up. So the lawyer had tricked me in signing the plea, and then I go in the plea. he signed me to an open plea for the government could come in with hearsay conduct that don't got nothing to do with my case, and then they use all the hearsay conduct, the ghost dope, to get me move the other stuff out the way and put it in the judge, and the judge granted the ghost dope. I still can't believe it, but whoa, it's a pill to swallow.
And that's probably part of that moving you to West Virginia so you can not be around, you know what I'm saying? You can't use your connections to do whatever you was in West Virginia. Yeah. It was like you was...
But see, when I came in, it was a lot of people started, doing a lot of taking from me, wasn't helping. Everybody would see what they was trying to get. It was sad. So I couldn't really fight. You know what I'm saying? I was stuck behind the wall. So I never had a real legal team because the people I thought that was in my corner, man, they turned their back and they just...
This call is from a federal prison.
...on me and left me in here, you know what I'm saying, stuck, you know what I'm saying, to do this fight, you know what I'm saying, all the demons, I couldn't do nothing.
I ain't gonna lie, because you knew and superstars, really superstars, and I thought, you know what I'm saying, you can get at least 5 of them together to put some chains together and get you some kind of legal or...
Yeah, but you inside, people come up with some fake stories. They come up in their own mind. They don't want to help. It's just, and I'm never a type of person that get, caught up on another man money or another person money. I move forward, That's the way my mom's always raised me, I don't really care. If somebody want to help, they're going to help. You know what I mean? They're going to come say, we're going to help our man. But, you got to, boy, it's hard to explain, man. You got to just move forward, You can ride with people, you pop bottles with people, you can do all type of stuff with people, man. You got to, when you just get down, they say, he knew what he was doing. Out of sight, out of mind, like you said. We're not going to help him. They make up a story. Well, he never done nothing for me, or something, or come up with stories, or they just get together and conspire against me, or go like, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, certain people, man, it just break my heart, man, because I did a lot, you know what I'm saying, help people out. I never turned my back on these people, but they did what they did.
No doubt. Well, hopefully by hearing your voice this time right here, because people ain't heard your voice in a long time, Spunk. Yeah, and you still sound good now. I don't know how your health is, know what I'm saying? But you still sound good and you sound positive.
Spunk bigger, boy. Spunk bigger, never gonna fall. I had to keep up with the Joneses. Spunk bigger.
No doubt. What's the name said what's up too? Ty said what's up, and
Ty said what up, man. Much love, man.
And little Mike.
Little Mike, what up?
Yeah.
What up?
No doubt, man. But what's
Big Sam, Crazy Sam, tell him what up.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm surprised he ain't called. What's the one thing, Spunk? Cause see, it's a good and a bad. A lot of guys doing time that you doing, and they didn't have the life that you had, to have memories to lay back on and have something to think about. You know what I'm saying? What are some of the best memories that you still remember right now to get you through some hard times? I know you got a lot.
Yeah, boy, it's a lot, boy. We did a lot.
All the freakniks. Oh, Lord.
From the Nazis, the Mob Deep, from Crazy Days, Illusions, Gotham City, from all the night spots, man, it's a lot, man. Memories, boy. We did a lot. From PD. It's so much, man.
What's your best club you ever opened up? What's the best club you ever ran?
Man, I gotta say, I love Crazy Days. Crazy Days, we had a good time in Crazy Days. Crazy Days, boy. Crazy Days was a memory. All those girls, boy, that we still got in their lives, and we became like a family. So, Crazy Days is definitely.
And I ain't gonna say you made somebody, because you know what I'm saying, because he a grown man though, but you did kind of like help put Fats on the map.
Yeah, Fats is definitely. I did that. Fats is my man, always. Big shout out to Fats. Know what I'm saying? Papa, know what I'm saying? Yogi Bear.
Yeah. I mean, he doing his thing in Durham right now. In Durham and all over, he doing his thing. I'll give him that.
He deserves it, man. That's what he always wanted. He dreamed about it, man. He needs to be somebody DJ, man. Fats got the talent, man.
What happened? Oh, I don't know what happened. The call ended. I'm gonna give it a hot second, and he probably gonna call back. Um, I guess a little line or whatever, waiting on the phone. But usually he'll say something or whatever and say I'll call you back because he can hear on his end that the phone from the call though. But it just dropped just now, and I hate to get offline and then he called right back because it takes a little time for me to get back online. But I hate to keep talking because you know how they say you keep talking and you're gonna start lying about something. But y'all still tune in to tonight. Late tonight, we're gonna have grown people talk. All right, it's about history, or the so-called history about religion, about who we are. Are we Africans? Are we Americans? Were we always here? Different people got different opinions, and I got a couple of people that's gonna be on. We're probably gonna start about 10 o'clock. I might ask a few relationship questions. I seen a clip by Tyrese today, and it was kind of good. He was saying about couples that been together for 50 years don't tell everything. They don't tell a part of the story or just the good part of the story. But that ain't how you stay together for 50 years. I mean, you have to tell all your business though, but you got to tell the good and the bad, so the people will know that in a relationship you're gonna go through some good and some bad, some rich and some poor. So we're gonna go through that tonight. The Indians, America, Christianity, Islam, and as always, what can we do as a people? I don't believe in just talking. We gotta be a movement. All right. I don't know if somebody snatched the phone from Spunk or the call just dropped or whatever though, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. It's about 8 o'clock. I know he shut down at around 9 o'clock. So thanks everybody that commented in, and I'm finna end the stream. And I hope he don't. I hope he don't take us back because I always like hearing his voice. But please check in the A.M.P. All my people podcast at 10 o'clock tonight. If you grown, no kids. All right, only grown people. Other than that, I appreciate you checking in. I'm quite sure Spunk appreciated it. He might call back tomorrow. Anytime he want to call back and he want to voice himself, that's what I'm here for.